Good morning, folks. I hope you're all doing well. As you can probably hear, the weather has turned a little bit, which is annoying because I was hoping to do my lights today. We've had good weather, haven't we, for weeks, so I can't really complain. I might just go and do some bits on the bike. Still, luckily I got the unit that can work in, so you know the weather's not going to affect that too much. Can't get over how good it's looking now though. Just from them tiny little changes. So last night I ordered the stuff to sort out the rear end. So I've got a brake light, indicators and some number plate lights, make it legal. So that came to like 20 quid. But it should look really smart. The only other thing I've got to order now is paint. I've been pricing it up last night, and for I think all I need is going to come to about 70 quid ish. So all in, let's say 100 quid if I need to, you know, buy anything else. 100 quid to do a custom job on a bike. It's pretty good, to be fair. And bear in mind, I know I'm getting a lot of mixed opinions in the comments, which I 100% expected, and that is fine. You know, some people aren't into this kind of thing. A lot of people are thinking smart and saying just sell it on, get the money, which I do get. And you know, if we weren't in a global lockdown, then I probably would do that. But seeing as we're here and I've got the time and I've got the ideas, I've wanted to do a chop like this for years, but I've never been able to find the right bike. You see, the good thing about this bike is because it was so cheap. Like I said, I'm going to spend 100 quid and that's it. I don't need to buy anything else. So, you know, all of the bits and bobs that I needed, I managed to get for free from my garage. That's why you should always save stuff. Whereas if I bought a knacker of a bike that needed a lot of work, obviously it's going to cost me a lot more initial investment to actually get it to look how I want it to look. Because then I'm going to be having to repair things and, you know, fully restore and all of that kind of stuff. But this bike, because it's in such good nick and with such low miles, it's a no-brainer really. And like I said, you know, I get my money for it. In fact, I got it that cheap, I could sell it as a spares or repairs right now and still get my money back for it. So, you know, the good thing about doing a custom job, it can go one of two ways. It can either flop, in which case I'll get my money back on it and probably might even get double, but it could also earn me a lot more money if the right person wants to buy it. So, you know, when I do decide to sell it. So it's a bit of a gamble as opposed to a guaranteed fixed sale price, which is what I'd get if I sold it as is. But it's fun, and that's what it's all about. I'll show you, for those that are interested, the new camera. This is what I was using, which is an amazing camera. There's nothing wrong with this at all. The only issue I have is when I'm recording, I can't see that I'm recording, and that's really annoying, or see that it's in focus. This is the new setup. I'll switch to this camera so you can have a look. So it's a Nikon D5300. It's not a particularly amazing camera or anything, but as you can see, I now have the screen, so I can see what's going on. And the lens is a Sigma 10 to 20mm f4 or f4 to 5.6. So yeah, there you go. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit clunkier, but look, I'm in focus. You know, you have no idea how much time having that screen will save me. And it cost me, for that combo, obviously minus the mic, 350 quid. So, investing a bit back in the channel. Once the XT200 comes down in price a bit, I may switch back over, or even once the XT4 comes down, maybe I'll swap both of them and get one of them, because that does have a flip round screen as well. But to be honest, my XT2, which is this guy, I love this camera. This is amazing for taking pictures on. So I've got no desire to upgrade it really. It's only if it was a good deal, which that camera was. Yeah, I've now got a lot of cameras. I do get this question a hell of a lot about cameras, and what's a good camera to start with if you want to start making videos and that kind of thing. And to be honest, the camera itself, as long as it can record 1080p at, well, I shoot at 24 FPS, but to get you started, as long as it can shoot 1080p, and now after a couple of years of doing this, I can definitely say it has to have a flip round screen. You need it. Life is such a ball ache without that. So as long as it has a flip over screen and can shoot at 1080p, it literally don't matter what camera it is. So only once you want to start getting cinematic and all of that with it, that you need to start buying different lenses. So it's worth getting either a DSLR or a mirrorless, just so that, you know, once you want to get more creative, you can just take the lenses off and swap them around. But you don't need to. You know, it depends what you're going to do with it. A lot of people shoot on their phone, but guess what? On your phone, you have it like this. You know, you can see yourself. So it's just to make sure, number one, you're in frame, number two, you're in focus, and number three, the bloody camera's still recording. 3 very important points for making videos. So I hope that helps. I know I do get that question a lot. I don't have a specific answer of the magical golden camera, because there isn't one. It's a bit cliche, but it is the person behind it. It's what you do with it that matters. If you just want to do this kind of thing, which is talking to a camera, then a phone would suffice. But if you want to get more creative, then you need to start switching lenses. Bear in mind that is a slippery slope, because I've got about 20 lenses in here for various different camera platforms, so just be aware of that. Right folks, so I think the plan for today is going to be to go take a look at this exhaust system and see what can be done with it. I think it should be fairly simple. So what I'm going to do, I'll explain it a bit more once I'm in there, but because Yamaha, in their infinite wisdom, decided to make the front pipe bigger, the front pipe thicker diameter than the rear pipe. I don't really know why, but it looks a bit naff. So to combat that anyway, I'm going to heat wrap the exhaust. I think I've got some black heat wrap stuff to do it with. Same thing I used on the generator. So I'm going to do it in that, and then the rear one I'm going to double wrap it, or maybe even triple wrap it, just to bulk it out a little bit so it looks the same. Won't do any harm. So, but that will also hide the crimes of, you know, mating 2 different pipes together and that, so it should look pretty smart. I'm not too concerned about the exhaust. The next thing that's going to be full on will be the seat, because I'm actually going to try and make one from scratch. Got a few bits and bobs to do it with. But yeah, I've got to fabricate something because it's too easy otherwise. But I've ordered some faux leather, brown, so I think that should look really nice and stand out. But you know, it was like a tenner or something at 15 quid. So if I balls it up, I think I've got enough leather for 2 or 3 attempts. But if I can't do it, then I'll just have to order a seat. I found ones that will do the job, nice brown leather, for about 50 quid. I mean, I'd sooner not pay that, so I'll give it a go, but I'm not going to do that today, I don't think. Just concentrate on the exhaust to start with, because once I've made the seat, then I can cut the subframe, figure that out. That'll be the no going back moment. Although I'm already committed on this now anyway, so it makes no difference. So that right there, folks, is a rough mock-up of the exhaust. And I think that looks pretty damn mean.
Listen to that in about a month's time.
Love it!
That's pretty swanky. That's clever.
There he is! Everybody stand back!
Oh, we've got the track.